But at the end, I think that holding to the truth, it's what creates trust. And that's the essence of what we're fighting for. So I respect other people's views. And I know that the situation in Venezuela is very complex. But this morning I had a great conversation at the parliament. And there were representatives of every single political party in Norway. And I was so impressed to see how a society with institutions can work and passionately defend their ideas, but do it respectfully. And that's precisely what we want in Venezuela. That's what we're fighting for. So I ask anybody, that perhaps, and it's their right to have a doubt, to look further into what's truly at stake in Venezuela right now. And this is not only the unity of the opposition, but I insist it's the unity of the whole nation, what has happened in our country.
Thank you.
Thank you. Alison Humphrey from Sky News. President Trump has said that Nicolas Maduro's days are numbered. You've spoken about the people of Venezuela returning home very soon. What level of coordination is going on between yourself and the US administration about the day after Maduro goes, the weeks after?
Well, we are not involved at all in the decisions or operations that regard to the national security of other countries. I mean, every country has its own right for legitimate defense, and when they feel that their national security is at stake, they act accordingly. We have been working hard, not only with the US government, but other governments in Latin America and Europe, in terms of explaining in detail how we are prepared for the first 100 hours and the next 100 days in a country that has a multidimensional crisis. It's not only the humanitarian crisis, the financial crisis, the public services crisis, the security crisis, all together. So it's quite a challenge that President Edmundo González and his team have, but I want to assure you that very talented, experienced, and honest professionals within Venezuela and abroad are working together, and we have the plans and teams ready to take control on day one.
The man with the white earpiece there, excuse me. Yes, please. You have the mic. Please wait for the mic.
Hola, mi nombre es Alejandro Hernández de Venezuela. Preguntarte, María Corina, qué está previsto en esta etapa cuáles son los pasos siguientes en esta etapa. ¿Cómo podrías dibujar la ruta que viene en estos próximos días o en el corto plazo? Y si su vuelta a Venezuela está prevista, aunque Maduro aún siga al frente del poder.
Bueno, mi vuelta a Venezuela será cuando pensemos que las condiciones propicias en términos de seguridad y no depende de la salida o no del régimen. Será lo antes posible. Lo que tenemos todos claro, Alejandro, es que hemos hecho un esfuerzo extraordinario en estos meses de persecución, así como innovamos en el crear el movimiento para triunfar en una elección absolutamente controlada por el régimen, en términos que yo creo que ningún otro país habría aceptado. También estamos ahora innovando en la organización de una sociedad que está bajo la brutal represión. Y esto ha crecido enormemente. El premio Nobel además nos ha dado una inyección de energía a la gente y se ha disparado aún más la gente que ha querido involucrarse. Y lo que hay que seguir es preparándose para la transición, aumentando la presión externa y manteniendo y avanzando en la coordinación externa, que incluye, entre otras cosas, lo que preguntaba aquí antes tu colega, de que el mundo tenga muy claro cuáles son los planes y las áreas de cooperación que se van a requerir durante el periodo de transición. You want this in English?
If brief, yes, please.
Okay.
Sure, I'm not the only one.
I follow instructions. Well, he asked me what are the next steps, and if my return to the country was conditioned to Maduro leaving or not power. I said that I'm going back to Venezuela regardless of when Maduro goes out. He's going out, but it's going to be determined in terms of what is the moment when I finish to do the things that I came out to do. And if the proper conditions to go back, I will go back. And the next steps include, keep on growing our citizen organization in clandestinity, and organizing, the citizen movement to be ready when the moment comes, to keep on preparing our teams and plans for the first 100 hours and days, and certainly the coordination with the international allies, not only to finish this phase of our process, but in the transition process, which is going to be critical to have good cooperation with agencies and governments. This morning we were talking about this with your Prime Minister, and we are sure that we will get strong support from Norway. And we have a lot to learn from your institutions, the Energy Agency and other areas in which we will need to work from day one.
With the grey cardigan, very close to the mic.
Thank you. I'm Corina from Radio Romania, and I was wondering when the day will come, what institutions you will internally reform first? Will this be police, justice? Thank you.
Thank you. That's a challenging question because the right answer would have to be all. Venezuela's institutions have been absolutely devastated. Of course, there is a priority, and the priority is always the people. But having said that, there are many areas that are connected. I mean, you cannot have a vibrant economy that creates jobs if you don't have rule of law. And nobody's going to invest in a country in which you don't have security for the people, for the workers. And so on. How do we choose between education and health and protection to the most vulnerable sectors? I mean, this all has to be addressed, and has to be addressed twofold. As the emergency dimension, because people need to feel in their bodies and souls on day one what the arrival of freedom means, on day one. And also on a second level, the profound reforms, transformations we need to do to build up this new institutional frame that will have to last for a long time. So we will need to work very fast on the security, police, and military side. We need to work very fast on the justice area. We need to put order in our economy and public accounts. We need to create conditions and incentives for international investment to come. And certainly the most important, we have to get the Venezuelan citizens involved and be co-responsible of everything that we're going to do.
Thank you. The woman with the dark hair. Yes?